Nancy Robinson, and I am the sister of Miss Wilson, whom is your teacher, I think. And today we're going to be showing you and talking to you about fruits and going to the market and living in West Africa, and do a demonstration of how you can cut a mango and display it nicely for a dessert or a special occasion. And this is my friend who lives with us.
Grace Membe from Ivory Coast.
Did you catch that? Grace Membe from Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is one of the countries
in West Africa.
What language do they speak there?
French.
French.
They speak French.
And English and African languages and other languages too. So if you were going to the market to buy fruit, which language would you use?
We use the French.
French, okay.
Because
all
everybody
right.
Mostly speak French.
Mostly speaks French? Sorry, my French is not very well.
That's fine.
I could say lo siento, but that's Spanish, so...
That's okay.
Anyway, so we have a box of mangoes here that we bought at Costco, and these are from Mexico. Mangoes.
Costco.
Oh no,
Indian
excuse
store.
me. We bought these at the Indian store. Now at Costco you can buy mangoes. They're different kind. There's all different kinds of mangoes, and some are sweeter than others. This particular mango is extremely sweet. So I don't know the name of it, but it is delicious. And mangoes are common. Most every home in the rural areas in West Africa have a big mango tree in their yard and a bench or benches underneath it, and that's where the family gathers and does, if they do outdoor cooking, which many of them do at the village, they would cook under the tree and then put their things away, and then they gather there and have their family time playing. Children, it's shady because it's very hot in West Africa all year, and then parts of the year it rains, like monsoon kind of rains, and then there's a dry season too. Which part of the year do mangoes usually have fruit to pick?
I think should be around March until July.
From March to July would be the season that you would get mangoes.
Because I remember when we were kids, we used to get up at 4 o'clock morning to go in the forest, pick up the mango.
In the forest?
In the forest. It's far from the village. From I think 3 miles or 4 miles.
So you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning?
4 o'clock in the morning. We were kids.
Go out there and gather mangoes?
9 years old, 10, 12. We go by group. Go pick up the mangoes. So the earlier you get there, the most mango you get.
Because other people are also getting their mangoes.
The kids are coming to pick up.
So they just grow wild.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
They grow wild.
What other kinds of fruits grow there?
We grow all kinds of fruit in Africa. We have banana trees. We have orange trees. We have guava.
Guava.
Yeah. We have guava. We have all kind of fruit.
Okay, pineapples.
A
lot of pineapples.
Yeah, a lot of pineapple, and most of them will grow around the houses.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I know because I lived in Sierra Leone, which is also in West Africa. Bananas are delicious. Yeah. A banana that you take off the tree and eat when it's ripe tastes entirely different than the bananas we get in the store here in the U.S.
We have different varieties.
Different varieties of bananas. So, but today we're going to talk about mangoes. Now, before we start, I want to just make a clarification about Africa. Sometimes when we talk about Africa, we just generalize and we think everybody from Africa is from one country. But there are many countries in Africa. It's a continent. It's much bigger than the United States, and Canada and South America could probably all fit together on the continent if you overlap them. So 2 of the countries that are in West Africa, which if you imagine in your mind the continent of Africa, where it comes around like that, right in this corner where it comes around and then starts to go down at the bottom. But up in the west corner is where Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, and Sierra Leone and Liberia, and what other countries are there? Ghana. It's right in that section. Those are all countries. So we need to be careful because regionally people do things very differently, just like in North America and South America, that people are very different, even though those are continents. And in the U.S., we have a variety of cultures. So the same as in Africa. And we tend to forget that. So I wanted to clarify that. But we're really happy to have Grace here with us today. She's been in the U.S. for a long time, almost 20 years or more, working, and is getting ready to go back to live with her family there. But Grace, can you show us about the mangoes, about how you would cut them? And I remember in Sierra Leone going to the market, the fruit and vegetable markets, and every village and every town, every neighborhood has a fruit and vegetable market where people have grown things and come in to sell their produce. And it's really fun. It's really colorful. And if you look at this plate that we're getting ready to serve the mangoes on, you'll see that it's represents some of the colors. I see a watermelon there, which is also a fruit you can buy at the market. So it's fun to get up in the morning and buy your produce fresh and tasty right off the trees and healthy. It's a wonderful way to live. Vegetables too. Okay.
All right.
Let's get started here.
Before we start, we have already one.
You want to show how it'll look when it's finished.
And when you finish, when we are ready to, okay, you fill it up.
So this is how you would display it. And Grace is going to show us how it's cut.
Yeah.
And what you do.
And then how you display it.
To display it and get it.
Display for your guest. So this is how it works.
You just need a sharp knife.
A sharp knife. Cut it through.
You cut all the way through.
A little thing to go there.
And make sure the edges are even.
Yeah. And then I'm going to get some square.
So slice through 2 long stripes. And then go the other way. Don't cut through the skin though, but all the way down to the skin.
Down to the skin.
So you cut like a checkerboard. And then you just turn it. And the pieces are ready to either with a spoon or just to bite off. You can just hold the skin on the back. All right, let's try another one. Maybe a little bit smaller squares. This is a juicy mango.
Some are juicy. Then this one I have too much juice, which is good. Don't make any big mess. That's how we cut.
Now, one thing you have to remember to do is to wash your mango.
Yeah,
before you cut it, because it's going on a plate where people are going to be eating. Especially in these times of COVID, you want to make sure you've got clean food and clean hands. So we both washed our hands before we started. That is beautiful.
All right, we'll do another one.
Now that one didn't hold its shape quite as well, did it? Stubborn. I'll wipe it off with a towel. No? Okay. Let me see if these have a name. Mango. There are names of the different kinds of mangoes. I'm sure Miss Wilson would be able to tell you that. You can ask her next time she's on with you. But we have really had fun going to the markets, and you show up at the market with your basket, and the ladies and children sometimes that are there selling just come running to you. They're very competitive with each other. They want you to buy their produce. Of course, they're making money for their families, and they'll pick out things for you and fill up your basket, and then you have to negotiate a price for your produce, and you don't take the price that they tell you. You try to get a really good deal, and that's part of the fun of going and having the conversation is negotiations, and they know you're going to do that and would expect you to do that, because then you're engaging in a relationship with each other, and there's lots of laughter and silliness that goes along with this. But the markets are open every day, and you can find everything in the world that you want. Grains and nuts and flowers and
Do we need another one?
different. Let's do one more on the plate, and we'll enjoy these today for our lunch. So you can just buy 2-3 mangoes, whatever. 1 mango per person is probably all you need for a serving. But you can go to the grocery store here. And we got these at the Indian store. We shop at the international food markets here in Richmond as much as we can. We like to get the different flavors. But I would love to go to the market and come home on Saturday morning with my arms full. But you have to take your bag to get your fruit in. Did you get through the skin on that one? A little bit. Yeah. See how pretty that is? It's just a special way of doing. Grace, can you cut the sides off of these and show the students what the seed looks like? Because you can suck on the seed after you cut the pieces that you're going to serve. There's enough fruit left that you can have a little juice, snack, whatever you want. And mangoes can be used in a lot of different ways too. You can use them in smoothies and mix them up with yogurt or ice cream and some ice, protein powder if you want to, and make a really delicious drink. There's a lot of different ways you can have mangoes, but most of the children in Africa, in the West Coast, in Sierra Leone, and even in Zimbabwe, where I was born and raised, would just pick them straight off the tree and peel a piece of the mango off and start eating the fruit. Do you eat the skin?
Yeah.
You can eat the skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
You eat the skin.
Just chew it up.
Just clean it up with your teeth. Clean it up. You want to do it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But I will taste it. Let me see how it's tasting.
Is that the seed?
Mm-mm. The skin. Yeah. This is the seed. So let me just chew off the fruit, and I'm going to show them how the seed looks. So I'm going to be a mess. So there's a white seed in the middle. Can you plant these and
Yeah, you can.
grow a new tree?
You can. You just, what you have to do, just put on in water, a little bit of water, in a container, and close it up, and you will start. After a while, you will pack it up, and
There's
there
the
is a
seed.
seed inside.
Inside this.
Yeah, will grow. This seed will grow.
So you have to soak this in water?
Yeah.
And then the seed will start to grow,
Yeah,
and then
it
when
will
you
pop up.
see
Yeah.
the plant coming out, then
Yeah.
you plant it.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have just put this in the ground. It would nothing happen.
You can
Huh?
try.
And so you soak it so that it's soft for the seed
Yeah.
to come out. So that's a mango seed. Yeah, when you're done with it, if you're living in a rural area, just throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
And do animals eat these? Monkeys and
Oh yeah, the monkeys eat a lot of mangoes.
so you're competing with them
Mhm.
when you go out early in the morning to pick
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Monkeys are there?
Yeah.
That sounds like it was fun. So what would you take a basket or something to
Yeah, you have to take a basket.
So if you have a piece like this, like Grace just prepared, you can just use a spoon or just take these little squares off
And eat it.
and eat them. Like that. Without getting yourself all sticky. Excuse me. right off the skin. I don't eat the skin. Some people are actually allergic to it.
Me, I eat the skin.
My dad was allergic to mango skin.
Me, I eat the skin. When it's sweet, I eat the skin. But if it's not
So you see, that's how you can eat it. And it looks so pretty displayed like that. So that's about mangoes. What is the main food that people would eat in Cote d'Ivoire?
the main fruit, we don't have I can say, we don't have we don't eat fruit that much. We eat the coconut. The coconut.
Coconuts.
Coconut fruit.
Uh-huh.
The fresh one. That's because where I come from in the south,
South of Cote d'Ivoire.
yeah, it's most of coconut trees. So it's like our daily fruit that we eat, because the coconut water, it's a good source of calcium or whatever
Mm-hmm.
you can get. So this fruit we eat it every day. But the mangoes, or maybe we eat more vegetable. We eat more vegetable.
What kind of vegetables?
Vegetable, all kind of. We have let's see.
May I use the towel?
Yes, sure. What are vegetable we eat?
Greens?
We eat the green, the beans,
Cabbage? Tomatoes?
the tomatoes, the let's see, the eggplant. We eat a lot of vegetable. I try to remember. I've been here for.
You've forgotten.
I forgot most of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, anyway, this is just a little taste of Africa for you today, of
we eat
West
more
Africa.
green.
Right, greens.
Yeah, leaves.
And I hope that
Cassava leaves.
Cassava leaves.
Potato
Okay.
leaves,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hope you have enjoyed our presentation and that you will venture out and try some new fruits. If you've never had mangoes before, take a taste, and here's how you can fix them for something very special. Thank you so much for joining us.